Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Friday Facebook Live. Happy Friday. If you're new around here, my name is Sarah Chatello. I'm with Sassy Paper Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I help people discover their creativity and confidence through crafting. So today I have a super cute Valentine's project for you. I'm really excited about it because it uses scraps of designer series paper or DSP, and it's a great way to get rid of all those little bits and pieces that you have lying around. But first, let's get into some business. I'm going to try to share this video over into my VIP group. If you're not in my VIP group, you should be, because that's where all the fun happens. We have a Zoom craft night coming up next Saturday on the 29th. So to get in there, just click the link in the description of this video. If you're on YouTube, it should be in the description of this video as well. And join my VIP group. I am on my page looking for my video, and I'm going to share it. And we also have a giveaway winner to announce and a brand new giveaway. So while I'm trying to find my video and share it to my group, the winner of the Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper sampler is Charlene Otero. I'm so happy. Hold on, sorry, I'm trying to find share to group. Sorry. So Charlene won our Sunshine and Rainbows DSP. And our new giveaway this week is the Daffodil Afternoon Designer Series paper. Look how pretty that is. And then I'll flip it over. Ooh, pretty. This is also another celebration paper. So if you would like to win that, I'm still working with technology. If you would like to win that, go ahead and leave a comment on this video, whether you are on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel. Leave a comment. If you would like a second entry, share this video and comment shared, and you will be entered a second time. All right, so I shared that. Let me pull up comment, and then we will get started on this project. Wow, only 2 minutes in. I'm getting faster at this, you guys. All right, so I'm going to turn my camera off, and then I'm going to switch the camera around so you can see my desk. Do this and that, and put it in the little holder thingy. And turn it back on, and there's my desk. That's a little too much. There we go. So you can see I'm reusing my grid paper there. It's still good. It's just got some hearts on it. It's fine. This is what we're going to be making today. So I learned about this card during last November. I think it was November's On Stage event. Robin Cardone, I think that's how you say her name. She made a card similar to this, and I cased it. So we're going to be using strips of Designer Series paper, some die cutting, and some embossing. So let's get started first with our strips of paper. I don't have my notebook because I can't find it. So I'm just going to measure these and tell you what they are. So our strips of paper are 4 inches. This looks about a half inch. Another 4-inch one by 3/4 of an inch, another 1/2-inch one by 3 3/4. So they're just kind of random little strips of paper. And we've been talking about the Sweet Talk Suite all week, which includes the Sweet Conversation stamp set, photopolymer stamp set, the Sweetheart dies, and the gingham embossing folder. So that's what we're going to be using. I have a panel of Petal Pink that measures 5 by 3 3/4, and we're going to be running that through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. But before I do that, I want to get my dies out that I'll be using. I already have some pieces die cut, and I'll show you what they are and how I did that. I just used the stamps in the Sweet Conversation stamp set, and I used the little text me and hug me, and then I used that label for this guy, and then 2 of the hearts. So those 2 hearts. But now I'm going to use this really cool one on some real red. So what this one does is not only does it cut out hearts, so I have the little hearts scattered around here, it also cuts out that. And I don't have that one, so I need to do that one too. So we'll do a little stamping quick and then get out
the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So I used all 3 hearts. So I need that guy. And the stamp set. Which one did I use? The Love You one. Where is it? There it is. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a B block and some Real Red ink. And this is called tone on tone stamping because we have the Real Red cardstock and the Real Red ink. So it's tone on tone. I'm just going to put that there. And then before I put this away, I did do stuff on the inside of the card. So I have a panel here that is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Let me clean off the stamp because we're going to get out a couple more. I did kind of a cool little thing. I think it's cool with just the Real Red ink. And I did use petal pink, but there's X's and O's in here. And then the hearts. I don't know. I'll show you the inside. I think I'm going to leave the petal pink hearts off of there. I don't know. What do you guys think? I like it, but I don't at the same time. I don't know if you guys ever do that. You like something and you're like, I don't know. I think I'm going to grab one of these solid hearts. And what we'll do is get an A block for the O and a C block for the X. Oh, and I also need the Happy Valentine's Day for the inside, and I will put that on an H block. Sometimes I like to line it up on my grid paper, just so I know that's nice and straight. We'll do that first. I line up my paper or my cardstock on my grid paper just to get it as straight as I can. You could also use a Stamparatus for this. And then I'm going to do my X's and O's. Just stamp off once. Put an X there. Whoops. See if I can reline that up. Hey, I did all right. That would be a good job for the Stamparatus. I'm going to do full color with the O. Then do another X. Stamp off. Another O. XO. And then I think I am going to go in with the petal pink. This is totally optional if you are facing this card. But I just think it might need a little something more kind of a contrast color. So I'm going to take the heart and I'm just going to kind of couple stamps and some in the bottom there. There, I like that. That's okay. Our stamping is done. And clean my stamps off very quickly so we can get to our die cutting and embossing. And if you don't have the Stampin' Up cut and emboss machine, the starter kit is a great way to get it. So the starter kit is when you join my team for $99, you get $125 worth of product, and you can put the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in your starter kit and get it for $99. It's a great deal. Plus, after that, you'll get a 20% discount on all your future orders. So it really is a great deal, and I think the best deal in Stampin' Up. I don't know why everyone doesn't do it, but it's a good deal. So if you'd like to know more about that, you can click the button in the description of this video, or you can feel free to message me. I would be happy to answer any of your questions. I'm just going to open this up and hope you can see that. And we're going to do the die cutting first. So I have my number 1 platform, number 2 plate, a number 3 cutting plate. And then I'm going to put down my Real Red cardstock. And then just up top, I'm going to put my 3 little hearts there. And my 1 here. And I'm just going to run that through. Now you can take a piece of washi tape and stick those down if you don't want them to move. I did hear a secret. I don't know if it's a secret, but I'm going to tell you anyways, that Stampin' Up! Is coming with the magnetic plates, hopefully in the new annual catalog, and I cannot wait. I am so excited. I will be the first one buying magnetic plates for this machine when they come out. It's amazing. Your dies stick right to it, and it will be great and fantastic, and I'm excited. So now I'm going to push that back. I just have my platform. I'm going to put down the number 3 cutting plate to get my petal pink cardstock and my gingham embossing folder. And I'm just going to put that in the Stampin' Up logo as the front. I'm going to make sure I put this in seam side first. So I'm going to set it down. And then I'm going to get my second cutting plate and put it on top of that. And then we're just going to run it through. And if you're not sure if your Stampin' Up sandwich is correct, never force anything through the machine. If it's not going, then it's not right. So stop. Don't ever force anything. If it's going too easily, you may need to add a level or a layer or a shim or another cutting plate, but never ever force anything through your machine. All right. So now I'll take this out and show you. It might get a little crooked, but you know what? It's okay. Get organized here. And now we're ready to assemble our card. So like I said, I've already had my die cut pieces. We're going to stick down our designer series paper strips first. And these can go however you'd like. So I'm just going to use a little bit of seal since these are all at least a 1/2 inch wide. And just kind of put them down there. Might switch it up a little bit from the original card because I can never make the same card twice. I have a problem. And you can use either side of the paper. You could do this with a completely different suite. I suggest using the designer series paper you have on hand. So then now I'm going to take my label and I stamped the happy to have you in my life and a few dimensionals on the back of that. I always forget. I have my trash cans up high on the shelf because I have a cat who gets into my trash. So I always have to keep it up high, and I always forget to pull it down. And then I'm going to take some dimensionals on the back of these hearts. And I'll show you what I do with those teeny tiny ones in just a second. And some dimensionals on the back of those. And like I said, I think it's going to be slightly different than the first card because why not? And then I will show you what I do with these little ones. So the little guys here, I have a roll of glue dots and I just stick them on there. I can pick them up because they're tiny. Sometimes they get lost, and you can even, sometimes I'll rip that off and just leave it there and do my other work. So I'll get my liquid glue. This one's brand new and not open. Let me find the one that is open. This one. And take my little die cut hearts, flip them over, and I'm just barely squeezing, the liquid glue. Barely, just enough to get a little bit of glue on there. You don't want too much. And then I'm going to put this on the bottom part of the label there. And I like the liquid glue because it's kind of movable. Before you let it sit and dry, you have a minute to kind of maneuver your pieces. And now we'll take these little bitty hearts and just kind of that's a little crooked. I might have to fix that. Randomly, but not too randomly. Pull that up and turn it a little bit. There we go. Lots of hearts. And then to finish this card, I have some Pearl Basic Jewels. I'm just going to grab my paper piercer. And there are 3 sizes of this. Currently, I only have 2 because I use all the big ones all the time. But I'm just going to stick about, 3 to 5, kind of randomly around. I like bling. There. And now all that's left to do is to put our card on our card base. I have a real red card base here that is 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, scored at 4 1/4. I'm just gonna take my bone folder and just flatten that edge. We got a nice clean closure there. Turn it sideways. Stick that down and then take some seal for our inside. Put that down, and there we have a finished card. So I hope you all enjoyed this video today. Remember, I will be live in my VIP group this Sunday. So if you are not a part of the VIP group, please join it. And I will be live with a new project and a new week for Sunday. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for watching.